Now we're going to look at the whole subject of contact data. Contact data has been a feature available in Praxis for several years, but now it's going to get used for real. Let's get started. We're going to go to the user application. We're going to go to database and select contact list. And we see here that we've created a few contacts: cardiologists, care teams, authorized representatives, laboratories. Really, there is no classification that you cannot create. And to create a classification is relatively easy. All you have to do is right-click in contacts and add group. And now you just name the group: gastroenterologists. Okay? And if it exists, it will tell you, so you select a different group. Orthopedic surgeons. All right, now you have a group. The next thing you do is you right click and you add the institution. An institution is, of course, the organization within which the different providers work. Obviously, you can fill this out very easily. Notice that there is emails here, but these emails are the regular emails, not the special emails. And the only thing you need to do is write the name of the institution. For example, Denver General Orthopedic Associates. And yes, you can fill out the rest of the information, facts, etc., etc. And you can save it. The next group is right click here. You're always right clicking and add persons. And now we're going to select the name of an orthopedic surgeon. And we're going to call him whatever you like to call him. We can call him a provider or anything else. Again, the titles get memorized and they're up to you. Indeed, you can fill out the street, the telephone, the cellular. But what we'd like to point out is the secure email. Notice that there's a difference between an email address and a secure email. This is the email that Dr. Pincus and or Denver General Orthopedic Associates will give you for Dr. Pincus or to whomever you're going to be sending this note. In this case, we will select this name. Okay, now let's paste Dr. Pincus' email address. We just have. It is a secure email address, and there's nothing in the email that will tell you that it's secure. And then just simply validate this. I'm going to do that right now. I'm told that this is a valid secure email. What happened here is very interesting. Praxis sent an instant message to EMR Direct placing this email address, and EMR Direct in turn looked at its entire collection of secure emails as it's shared across the nation, and it found that this email was valid. It passed that information back to me, and it happened so quickly I didn't even have time to even look at it. But I know that this is a valid email. Mind you, this is not just a regular email that anybody could send you. This is an email of a doctor that must have been Dr. Miguel Pincus, because no one else would have been given this type of secure certificate. Just like no one will be able to give your secure certificate unless they prove that you are you. Okay? So if you're given this email address by the clinic and it works, it means that you entered it correctly and that you are linked with high degree of certainty with the end provider. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to save this. That's first part of the contact list. Let's take a look at the second part. We're going to go to John Imaginary and we're going to go to patient data. When we go to patient data, we click contacts, and all of a sudden we see orthopedic surgeons at the bottom. It has been added. I click add, and I will see all of the clinics, orthopedic surgery clinics. And within the clinics, I will see all of the providers that my clinic may have, or I may have been in contact before. One of them is Dr. Pincus. I click right there. I select OK. And now this patient is linked to Dr. Pincus. Now you understand where we're going with this. Eventually, the assessment will generate the referral note to the orthopedic surgeons. And Praxis is going to look at who the orthopedic surgeon is. So you can see where we're heading with this. In the future, all you will need to do is state in your progress note that you wish to refer the patient to the orthopedic surgeon, and Praxis will look at who the linked orthopedic surgeon is and automatically refer him or her your notes automatically, without anything to be done on your clinic side or on your personal side. In fact, all you have to do is agree with yourself. So we go right to new visit. Okay, let's say John comes in today with a buckle handle deformity. I do a minor procedure and I wish to refer him to an orthopedic surgeon for a follow-up. I click on buckle handle deformity. I go down to the agent and I make an agent referral to orthopedist. I may want to go ahead and save in the chart and attach this note. Keep with the SOAP note. The note will not be attached except for the CCDA, and in fact, which is the summary that we saw in the manual. However, in the future, you will be able to attach the entire progress note. So this is something to keep in mind. Everything else will be sent. If you keep it with the SOAP note, this will be part of the note today as usual. And here, I will write a short note to the orthopedic surgeon. Dear Miguel, I am referring you my patient first name, patient last name, a patient age, presents with a bucket handle deformity. I can keep writing here as much as I want, of course. All right, now how do I get this to the correct orthopedic surgeon? We're going to show you how we're going to do it now, and then in the future I will also show you how we're going to be doing it, how you will be doing it in the very easy way. Okay, how we do it now, which is what you need to know now. It's real simple. It says to. I click on to, and you can actually search for the names via the search insert, and I will do so. Miguel, there it is. Okay, it magically appeared, but the list of referrals will be at the bottom. Okay, and Miguel is one of this right here, and that's it. Be careful, do not save with knowledge at this time. Be careful, because it's going to remember the name, and that's a problem, but we're going to be changing it. So you may want to just save, or save with knowledge without a name, save the note, and then save it later. In the future, you won't even need to do that. In fact, you won't even need to write Dear Miguel. You will be able to write Dear contact data, orthopedic surgeons, and then you can put first name, and it will say Miguel. All right, and next time it will change automatically to the surgeon, the orthopedic surgeon of that other patient. If there wasn't one, you would see it immediately, not available. And of course, the same thing applies here. You'll be able to put orthopedic surgeon, and it will know who the active orthopedic surgeon is, and you will be allowed one active provider per specialty that you create, per group that you create. This means that once it's learned by the assessment, this thing will go automatically. You can imagine the power of this. At the moment, you do have to do it one by one, but this will get better very quickly, very soon. We wanted to make sure that it could work. The rest of the part is working. When you save this, Dear Miguel, and I click save so that it won't memorize this, which could be a HIPAA violation for the next patient. This, of course, I'll put a label. That's always a nice idea. Referral. You could put referral to orthopedic surgery if you wish, or keep it under referrals, because this is how it's going to be saved in the note. And of course, you basically click, I will click save with knowledge, but then I'll remove the name so I never have to do that again. And this is now memorized. All right, and now when I exit, you are guaranteed that Miguel Pincas, who's here and who has a valid email, will receive that note within a few seconds. In addition to your note, Miguel will also receive the CCDA, which is a patient summary that we showed you earlier, including the problem list, all the procedures performed, and the current medication. Okay, let's finish the note. We have a little troubleshoot problem. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Praxis. Let's talk about this. The CMS regulations require that you or your nurse do a patient allergy reconciliation and a medication reconciliation prior to sending any summary to anyone else. And of course, because the summary is being sent to the orthopedic surgeon, it is Praxis preventing you from doing that. So that's not a problem. Let's go ahead and do the reconciliation. In a real case, of course, the reconciliation would have been done. At this moment, with this version of Praxis, the reconciliation is done in a very simple way. And by the way, we had been warned even before here, but we ignored it. Let me go ahead and try to do it again and show you what happened. I'm going to click OK and cancel. Okay. And I'm going to try to exit again. Now notice this checklist. It is always a good idea to do check the allergies and check the current medications. Of course, you might want to also make sure you do all the practice advisories, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, obviously you could also do the bracket checker. All right, and you can also make sure that you remember to save your knowledge, which is always a good idea, so you don't have to repeat this thing ever again. In fact, the fact that this label is here, or these labels are there, means that you haven't done it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be seeing them right now. But okay, so let me go ahead and save everything. I'm going to go ahead and click. What it's basically asking you to do, what is a check allergy and check medication? What does this reconciliation mean? Well, let me cancel and show you what it means. Let's look at allergies for a second, because it's going to disappear. Let me show you. I'm going to cancel here. And what it's asking you to do right now with this version is to go to current medications where it says none. It says none because nothing has been entered. Yes, you could have right-click here and said no known current medications, but at that moment this is not considered reconciliation. Why? Well, the reason is subtle, because you may have received one of these messages yourself, a CCDA from someone else, and you wouldn't see it here. You would see it inside. We're going to discuss this in another video that we are releasing very soon. But right now, we're going to go ahead and click on current medications. All right. And there I see that the patient is on warfarin. Now I can close it. He's not taking warfarin. Okay. And yes, if you like, you can click no current medication. But the important thing is you go into the window. You click and go into the current medication window. Just clicking no current medications does not mean that you've done the reconciliation. Why not? Because we didn't think about it, but we will in the next version. So for now, you need to go into each one of these windows, but don't worry, because the system is not going to let you leave if you click it off. Notice the current medication is gone, okay? But the allergies is not gone. So we're going to keep everything turned on. So if this thing ever happens again, the practice advisor will keep off. It forces you to check it out. I'm not going to look at the e-prescribing problems. So let's go ahead and click OK. All right. So it's asking me to memorize to do the save with knowledge, which I just did. And now it just got me to the allergies. As long as you go in there, means you've done the reconciliation. It said the patient was allergic. Hey, I'm not going to discuss it. I'm going to leave. There it is. Now, when I click exit, I have the bracket advisory and bracket checker. I'm not going to check either one. All right. I'm going to go ahead and exit. And now it should be okay. See, I'm ready to go, including the sending of this message. Because I've checked the reconciliation of allergies and I've checked for the reconciliation of medications, the system will allow me to send the patient summary. Okay. So by the way, your score on this when for meaningful use will be 100%. There is no way you can send a note without these checks. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and save the note, save the visit, and I should be all done. Okay, one last thing. Let's see whether the message has been sent. Go to Agents. Go to My Outgoing Agents. And I see that the agent is ready to be sent. As soon as it is sent by Praxis, which happens every 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes, this will change to sent. And at that point, it means that the message was received by the other side. And that's all there is to this. Okay, and here we have a patient form, agent form, for referral. Notice that I've left the name of the doctor blank. As we explained earlier, this is temporary. We're going to be connecting this to contact data, so this will be filled out the same as any other area with datum. The patient's name, first name, last name, is currently available, including the date of birth, age, and the patient's mobile, etc. Okay, and of course, whenever you send, unlike the SOAP-related agent, in the free agent, the CCDA is not automatically included because of the reconciliation issues. You need to attach it in link. I have left the recipients blank, and I'm going to go ahead and save the form. And I'm going to send a referral note. Okay, now let's go ahead and do a freestanding agent referral. Please note that at the moment only the provider is allowed to do this. We have already spoken with EMR Direct, and the new rules allow the non-providers to use the provider's email, secure email address, to send these notes. However, it is not set up in Praxis yet. It will as quickly as possible, but at least it will allow you to test the system and comply with meaningful use for this year, 2017. we will be adding and fixing this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that, and so we can find the note. There it is, and we'll pick a patient. Patient is Mary Imaginary, and here it is. Okay, and there it is. Notice that it filled out everything, and let's find our orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Pincus. Okay, and now let's find him here, and there it is. Okay, remember here you also find it, all the names at the bottom. Let me just delete it so you can see what we're doing. All the external contacts will be at the bottom of the list. Okay, and in green you can see them at the bottom right here. Okay, and one of them was Pincus, which we just added. Search Insert finds it right away. You just click send, and this has just been sent. Okay, so if you go over to your outgoing agents, they should be the word here should be sent when it's connected. Okay, and it should happen very quickly within a few minutes. And here we see what happens after it's sent. When you see this label, it means not just that the message was sent, but in fact that it was received by the recipient provider, in this case Dr. Miguel Pincus. He received your message. There's no way you can see this label without the message having arrived to its intended destination.